we'll get to see some changes here from the Pacific. You have Eamon, who's usually a main tank. He's playing Genji. And then you have Jinmu playing the Wrecking Ball here, which is just funny to see. But good to see Carpe here on the Hanzo. Picks up one. Kine gonna grab another one. As the Atlantic, they've come out with something pretty serious here. Everybody on the Atlantic playing the roles they actually play.
Fight. The Atlantic Division, though, are looking very comfortable so far in this round, already at 46%.
I mean, they're looking comfortable because the Pacific has no idea what they're doing on these heroes. Now, so finally we've gotten a Blade. So yeah, this is going to be the kill here. Nice shots from Pine. He's so good on the hit scan heroes.
Interesting little combination there for the Atlantic Division. The Dragon Strike even being committed. Hey, Flatter, gonna drop Raider down on Jonak, he had no chance to respond. The barrage delivered in a matter of seconds. And now the Pacific Division, off the back of some, large ultimates, are in position to take this point. He's got another one, that's huge. Both supports down to Carpe's Tracer.
So you got the nano boost here used again on the fusion, so the Pacific have to back up the point, but at 97%, it is not looking good for the Pacific. This will be the Atlantic, who are now, we're in overtime here. Players just kind of trickling their way onto the point. This will be the Atlantic that'll take this point one.
That's right, Fusion's putting in the work there. Jinmu attempting to try and stall it out, but it's not enough. Atlantic starts strong here. This is a best of a first to four series. Pushed them as they came out of spawn, didn't quite work out. Jonak into trouble, he forced to use a binding grenade to keep himself alive. Flatter, most of that barrage being cancelled out by the defense matrix, but he's still able to find one. And then after the fact, it was Fusions that was felled by his flurry of rockets. The Pacific Division moved to the point to resurrect Amon, and they will capture the point. He wanted to be trying to shift into a new gear. They had to resurrect him.
The sound barrier is actually going to connect onto Jonak here. He's not going to live for much longer, though. Arc should drop at the hands of Gushui as well. Carpe does have this Dragon Blade to use. He's going to pop it out now.
Trying to look for Evil Tal here, but skitters away. Just dashing through. Goose was able to get rid of Carpe, though, but he was so low on health. Pine just had to tap him and get the job done. This Tracer from Pine's looking pretty darn good right now, I won't lie.
That individual skill where we see Pine on the Widowmaker all the time. He's so good at it. Nano boost here on the Fusions, jumps right on top of Jaehong. So he knows that Evil Tal, this is not a good spot to be in.
Well, the issue for Evil Tal there is he's got no teammates to sort of glide over to.
They'll have these mines as well for the point. Is Pacific trying to flip this bad.
Put to sleep, nice dart connection from Jonak and Gushui. Can't do a darn thing about it. He won't be woken up either. Does get back into the fray and a couple seconds left on his primal rage, but Jonak seems unperturbed as the sound barrier came out at just the right time. Nicely done by Arc. And Jonak now is going to get splattered by the barrage of rockets, flooded with two. Pacific now moves to retake control of the point, and there is a very small window for the Atlantic Division to keep this round going. It's got to be in the next 2 seconds, though, and it had to be Pine to stall things out. Yeah, Pine will get a touch. You do have a Poco self-destruct as well here. It's going to dart to the side, then get on the point. Dragon Blade here from Carpe, able to get one, gets a second. That'll be both supports down for the Pacific. That's perfect from the Atlantic Division, though. They've lost control. They had a couple players. Pine had to keep the point going, but now they bring the cavalry and some of those important fight-winning ultimates. Carpe finding two, very important, and a self-destruct left on the point. It's a bit of a presence, even as she goes here for the Atlantic Division. And that map, pretty much theirs from the get-go. They knew what they were doing. They knew what compositions they wanted to come out with in the Pacific Division. No lack of skill on that roster, but perhaps a little confused as to how to proceed. Last year with like Arisa compositions on D, some pretty heavy dive on the offense. Sinatra, spawn killing his former teammate. Tracer and Zarya are like, I think, his two best heroes. So, how about that one? Nene off to the left-hand side is able to pick him off. Playing that high ground, and the Atlantic Division aren't playing around the point so much as they are just trying to control the high ground. The Pacific Division is trying to remediate that, and that is a nasty binding grenade coming in from Violet, connecting with Fury, Animo, and Dante, preventing their healing. However, Nene's just clicking heads. You're gonna have a nano blade coming in soon. Is Murray? He had a Discord orb on him, so I think he just waited for that one the time. And here we go, nano blade from Haxal. Immediately, the Transcendence comes out from Neko. He doesn't want anything to do with that. Fury, though, is taken down. I think he was around the corner and away from the line of sight to benefit from the healing of the Transcendence. And that's that. I mean, as soon as Haxel pulls out the blade, you know your days are numbered. Yeah, but that Nano Blade is online for the Pacific Division. And the Atlantic Division have to be playing around, just preparing for it, because here it comes. It's a 6-man EMP, though. Haxel is essentially grounded, forced to try and fight a health pack, but that's also hacked as well. Completely shut down.
But I know Dante traded in the offseason. The Shock have so many good players, you didn't even need Dante, which is kind of crazy to say, because if Houston could have had Dante last year, they probably would have loved that.
I think so.
We're going to see them do it again. So both Winstons jump by each other, both get the nano boost.
Now, Super, though, is actually able to get a kill. He found Neko in the backline, but then is able to find two very quickly, and both supports have been taken out of the picture for the Pacific Division. Dante with the follow-up in the Atlantic Division will solidify here. Let's have a look at this replay. Nene just wreaking havoc.
And when you watch it, like, it was so interesting, you know, when Nene's playing in the Widowmaker match yesterday. I think the guys on the desk were like, well, like, he's so good. The sound barrier now coming in for the Pacific Division. Primal Rage now as well. Super just trying to push players back as you're getting very close to OT.
Neko in trouble here. Tough for him to get away, but he's putting damage on Super now. Super will chase. Prevent it from hitting for a moment, but he gets away from the EMP. Gesture, though, is going to flatten Sinatra as he lands on top, and the Atlantic Division looks like they're going to hold solid here. Haxel tries to challenge on the payload, but he's hacked and can't do too much. The Doomfist would have been great to see, but his options were taken away. Slime tried to get there, but was shoved backwards.
Get him back up on the high ground. The Bastion is Nene. Oh, this could be a big
found him.
up.
Sinatra down, pulse bomb connection, and then it was a chance encounter in the back halls of this little hotel. But it might be enough now to unravel the Pacific Division's hold on point A, and Haxel knew he would be struggling to escape from Gesture there. Remote Mine might have given him a bit of time and escaped, but that'll be that. Point A will be captured by the Atlantic Division.
Doomfist is, I think, when you watch somebody like a really good Doomfist play, it's one of the most fun things. Is Gesture asleep, Rip Tire coming in.
Oh, that is
pretty poorly, yeah.
That is.
He's like, there's nothing he can do. Junkrat puts down a ton of damage.
Dante, we found him. Nicely done. Raking the blade across Haxel. Slime, though, he's up for this. He wants to take the 1v1. Dante sees the health pack, but Slime's standing in between him and it. He's going to have to dash away with 30 health, but it looked more like he was limping. Self-destruct thrown in. Oh, Violet. You saw him running for the hills, but he couldn't get away from that one. Super now running on empty. Nene is going to enter inside the cone of silence, Winston's bubble, and make sure he gets the finish. Slime's going to be eliminated now as he couldn't get away fast enough. He wanted to hang around and try and stall things out, but the Atlantic Division are well set up now to finish things off here in Sinatra. Now, you weren't that. You know you weren't that.
All right, get the health pack. Keep myself even alive longer. He slept again. So Fury is now dancing in front of him as the cart continues to move. A rocket punch miss here. A D-Mech here is Fury has now found himself.
There is no one who likes to drop the twinings more than him. So that was fitting. Oh, it's again!
Come on!
Neko gets him again. This time Sinatra's team is trying to protect him. The look on his face right now is that of utter disbelief.
Get away from Neko.
His Meteor striking onto a health pack. Big brain plays. Sinatra, is this his revenge? Is he going to click his fingers? He didn't get him. No. Not yet anyway. Look at that, everyone's getting the heck out of dodge here. Fury. Self-destruct over the top here. This will be a flashbang. Sinatra suspended in midair and able to take action.
Super dead.
So that Dragon Blade, he's been holding on to it. Sharpening it up. Sound barrier going to come out here from Slime. Perfect response. It was only Sinatra who didn't benefit from that one. And Sinatra's not in the thick of the action right now. He's sitting back there in a safe sniper's post. And the Pacific Division now are starting to make the Atlantic sweat a little bit here, Matt. I don't know. I like Nene in this one.
Yeah, I kind of like Nene in this one as well.
Let's see. He's got a contest. Oh, there it is over the top.
Yo, Sinatra just went crazy on the stage with Super.
Like Fury, Neko, and Nene, so they aren't going to be taken down, or their lack of ability to use their stuff is taken away.
They will come up.
Jesse's going to jump in there as well. Sleep Tower was good, but Fury's pulse bomb is better. Self-destruct, should I say, from Fury. He's found two. And now that card's going to sail on home. The Pacific Division have to do something about this now and stop it. Haxel kept it stalled for just a brief moment, but Sinatra won't get there. Plenty of shenanigans there towards the end of King's Road, but it will come up 2-0 in favor of our Atlantic Division in our All-Star game.
And a Jester, though he wins map 2, he's got to get warmed up. He's got that big battle. Both sides, Meko from the NYXL. Flexang comes in. Dogman here. coming in for Nekos. The Powerade matches.
Yeah, that is
matches the Atlantic jersey. That's phenomenal.
yes.
It's Twilight on the Sombra, so loads of DPS here.
Well, player VDM. Could have had Carpe VDM in that head-to-head, but no, we'll have to wait for that one. EMP connects with Dogman and Cruz, and Dragon Strike thrown at the point, but the Atlantic Division, well, they can limp back into this fight now as Meko is brought back to life. Mano will need to step forward, though. They'll need to set up a new shield on the point here, but Dogman going down to space Hanzo. I don't think there's much chance of them holding here. They lose Cruz.
Melee him!
Meko's got 2 kills on the point, Matt.
There's no way he turns this. I mean, maybe he's got the health back. No, not a chance. I mean, look, everybody from the Pacific is already spawned in. I mean, Prophet now in on Tracer, though. So we've seen Prophet do crazy stuff on the Tracer in the past. So nope, loses the Tracer duel.
Decay is very low.
What is happening?
Meko takes him down, essentially. Finally falls, but Meko got almost
Now we go back. We get the point. Okay, here we go. Now it's starting to resemble a game. Pacific, they'll take the first point. Space also playing in the off roll, playing some Hanzo.
Like that.
Oh! Well, they mentioned that. He just gets... It's all right. He comes back. He'll be good to go now.
It's all fine, it's all fine.
Not a chance he loses that next duel. Coordinated, like ways to his teamwork to make some of those comps work. I was going to say...
That is unbelievable.
I was going to say he had a Nano Blade set up. Don't anymore.
Genji, his model is hard to hit. His headshot hitbox is very small. Sire player is finding them all over the map right now. And look at his team's peel for him. That is beautiful.
And the grapple over the mines there. It's a bumper. It's his second minefield of the game, I believe, so far.
That's a Dragon Blade. Oh yeah, Cruz could be in trouble. He quickly darts out of the way in midair. That Moth didn't want to go anywhere near that kind of light source. Decay's able to get one here, but he's stunned up briefly by Prophet. He's holding on towards that deflect. But look at this Prophet giving him a lot of trouble. Decay still comes out on top. But Dogman from the top rope comes in. Gets rid of him, but it's traded out here. The Pacific Division have the player advantage, but they're going to be waylaid a lot here with Mano. And he got woken up in Primal Rage. This is going to end really badly for Pacific.
Oh, this is looking really good for the Atlantic Division.
Sentinel here on the point will keep it contested and give Space some troubles here, but Decay's gone in. He's found Dogman. Sire player strikes once more, though, and takes the head straight off Decay. Mano on the Doom Fist, by the way. Getting some work done. And there it is, a little bit of finesse. Some flair from the Atlantic Division as their defense looks rock solid.
Arisa here
again
on offense.
This is why Pajion was telling us to dive all the time in our talent match, man. Yep. This is all he wants to see here. And, well, it looks pretty good on defense from the Pacific Division.
It's like, oh, well, how good is this player on X Hero, right? I think the only one you really, don't have his name come up is, Widowmaker. You don't really think of Prophet as a Widowmaker player, but, you talk about, hey, his Pharah, his Genji, his Zarya, Tracer, I mean, he is so good at so many heroes.
He is doing whatever he wants right now. Good healing being given to him, to be fair. So much I love good Overwatch. There's a Dragon Blade from Prophet, though. Nano boost just for good measure. Though probably doesn't really need the extra damage. He's got slashes to boot. He goes for it, though, and that's it. Decay now going to try to reciprocate on the other side of the fence. He's found 2 already, though. 2 prolific Genji players from the days of old. By that I mean last year and prior.
It seems like Mano and co want to push on forward to get some kills before they take the point.
Twilight being chased down, but he got him health pack now. Mano's going to need a bit of backup. Slime's going to try and intervene and stop Meko from getting the kill. Somehow Twilight stays alive for as long as he did, and that is impressive, but he is run down. The rest of the Atlantic team are able to deal with the remainders of the Pacific Division, except for this man, Bumper, who will never go quietly into the night, as we've discovered on many occasions. He'll try to hang in there now, getting rid of Dogman, almost removing Meko. Look at that, he didn't even crouch. But what can you do? Decay has an EMP here to try and slow the Atlantic Division's advance here. Dogman puts the man to bed, and now self-destruct left in his nightstand. Well, I don't think Bumper needed a nightlight map, but he got one anyway.
Twilight uses the nano boost on the space just to give him enough damage reduction to try and hold on the point, but this is looking like the Atlantic going to take this map.
Oh yeah, they're in struggle city, no doubt about it. Here's a drop onto the point though, Decay. Huge EMP, 5 players connected, and Bumper drops. He gets 2 as well. Prophet getting finished up. Now we'll try and stall this point out a little longer.
Here we go.
Yep, this is what we like to see. Bumper now on that merry-go-round. Space got a pulse from Bumper, almost got blown up by it too, but Sire plays able to get the D-suit on Space, and Bumper is already taken down. Space trying to dart around the shield. Decay returns. Twilight draws a bionic field here. This might actually work out. Unbelievable.
Force the fight on. The Pacific has to play the point here.
That was it.
Nice.
Ah, Meko's so clever. Defense Matrix cancels out DM's Pulse Bomber now. It's a tactical visor from Prophet. Self-destruct from space. Can he hide behind the mech? He can. What a brilliant... Oh, no! The Helix Rocket connects. Astounding work from Prophet. Gets space off the map. Looked like you have another bite of the apple there, but no. No supper for you. And off the point went Slime. The Atlantic team take the third map in this series. It's been a shutout thus far. And the Pacific Division have one more chance. Just one more map to stop the Atlantic team.
This lineup will look pretty strong for the Atlantic. Jonak comes in.
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
wait a minute.
Nene's coming in here. Yep, you can kind of see where this is going. You're going to have
Wait a
Animo
minute.
in the game as well. As this is pretty much NYXL.
Collusion!
It's NYXL minus Libero plus Prophet in this game, so you don't see Brig, you see a lot of Tracer.
Oh!
Jonak!
Good night, sweet prince!
Oh, never disappoints.
He might be in trouble here. Just trying to make himself scarce. He notices Haksal was low in the window, but he couldn't really assist. Jonak's taken down now. OG will just punctuate the sentence there. Then they taken down by Decay here, and yeah, the payload hasn't really been doing a heck of a lot of moving so far. Thunder's able to find Mano here, and Meko really not paying him much attention. He didn't have the defense matrix left to eat up the barrage and Prophet. Oh, couple misses there, that hurts. They want him to sort of be the focal point. Shudo's been zoned out in the back. He can't really do too much, but Decay gets rid of Jonak. Both teams have gone for one another's honors to remove them from the fight. OG went for a minefield, got Prophet. Oh, it looks like he tried to send that pulse bomb airmail. Decay not connected, but they get the checkpoint anyway. The Atlantic Division were so transfixed on the backline of Pacific that they didn't realize what was happening right under their noses.
Yeah, they got Shu in the middle of nowhere.
Subjective, but here comes the Dragonblade. Haksal drops in. Animo is gone. He's headed for the hills, Haksal, and your dinner has gotten away. He'll have to content himself with sharpening the blade on the Reinhardt, but Prophet returns, gives him a pop on the back of the head and tells him to respect his elders. Decay down now. Evil Tar moving up to the point, but he is just a mercy, and they won't be able to touch.
From this Atlantic Division team with Nene on Tracer and Prophet on Genji, and then these tanks. The Dragon comes in from Haksal, takes out Mono Prophet, and gets Meko as well.
Nano Hanzo!
Nano the Hanzo.
Okay, well.
Why not? The Nano comes when everyone essentially is dead. Ooh, that was violent.
Listen guys. They've been sitting down for a while. They need to stretch up a little bit. Have a cup of tea. Whatever it takes to relax, get into it.
I love how people thought he was going to live. First sight comes in from Nene.
And Decay. Here's the blade. Prophet Nano boosting here. Oh, we got shoot straight away! And he trains it straight on into Decay. Now, it'll take him a little bit to cover this sort of gap, but I think he's happy enough with 2 kills now. Most of the ground forces are down, and OG... Prophet puts in the bed as well, a 3 for the Genji. It's a big shot on Prophet there. Self-destruct mech needs to stay alive here and get back in the mech. Can he do it? No! Shu takes it down, and here comes the blade. Haksal looking to finish off Mano, who's got quite the big target. And there's no one else really from the Atlantic Division around the point now. There's a recall already from Prophet's Tracer. He's not going to be able to get there, and it looks like the Pacific Division are going to be able to stay in this series. They've done it!
That'll be it. They get the hold. The Pacific Division gets on the board. They get a map win. The Atlantic, they look absolutely stunned as pretty much NYXL plus Prophet cannot get a win there on Dorado. So Pacific extend the series.
While staying safely out of range of tanks by using that biotic grasp. Oh wow, that is not nice from Sinatra.
So the Atlantic making some changes already. It's
again, just limbering up, guys. Just making sure he's warmed up. He's been sat on the bench for a bit. That's cool. Amon moves in there, but he was hacked. Oh dear! Nothing he could do. Poco shut him down. Carpe with 2 on the Tracer. You best believe he's looking for more. Sinatra might be that target, and yes, it is. A running riot in this fight. Carpe tried to predict the blink there from DM, I think, and those two going head to head. Sinatra. Now, Reaper, when he's hacked, can still do quite a lot. Yeah. His primary fire is still his most important resource. Not impressed, is Pine.
Here it is. There it is.
Oh, he got flashed. Yep. Yeah, well, you hate to see it. It's press Q to respawn, is what it's called. Carpe goes in, gets himself a pulse bomb kill as Eviltal goes skirting over the top of him. Pine, this is a tough one. Oh, he hit the headshot, okay. DM made to sweat there. All he needed was one more hit anywhere and it would have cleaned him up with the Atlantic Division at 99%. Pacific finally able to regain control.
Hack there by Jinmu, so Eamon gonna get a little bit of
what?
That was filthy.
I will have to assume that Jimmy was visible to him at the time he took the shot, but that was such a pixel that he hit. Pine trying to go for the Deadeye here. A quick kill on Jaehong would save him a lot of time as Moira is a little bit slippery. He's waiting for a flashbang. He does see the rotation from Jaehong and Pine is going to chill. Okay, fair enough. Not sure what that was about. Pine goes down. Jinder actually challenges that one here and he's going to go for the Nano Blade. Got Nano Boost.
Nano Lucio here as well.
That's it's canon now. We can't really do anything about that.
3v6 sound barrier. Why not?
Yeah, I'm
Go
not really
for
sure
it.
about that one. Now they're going to be all caught in the corner. Eventually, Amon was removed, and Carpe just doing aerobics.
Either Ryan or Winston.
Boomer played Winston. They actually played Winston and Ryan because Winston at the time was doing a ton of damage when he landed on people and in Primal Rage, I think. Like a lot of damage, I think, like an inordinate amount. Not the case anymore, but Sinatra still fancies trying to get his team back into this game. 71% for the Atlantic Division and face off for the ages. Oh my, man, so fast. Oh! Maybe it is a last stand for him as he maybe knocked off the point. No, he's able to avoid that one, but the EMP does connect and that's it. Okay, an interesting climax to an interesting series. The very best of the best in the Overwatch League show up to show us their most ridiculous picks, but in the end, it is the Atlantic Division who prevail.
Yeah, the Pacific Division, they all just kind of looked at each other, started laughing there. Don't think anyone really knew who was supposed to get on the point. Sound barrier completely removed there by Poco's EMP. Saved the game for the Atlantic.
Well. I mean, that previous map, Dorado, of course, was where we saw some signs of life for the Pacific Division, but Pine coming back in, the McCree looked very good, the Sinatra Reinhardt, questionable at best. But we've seen these players over many different events over the last couple of days, and what a fantastic way to cap off Stage 2 and see the very best in the league go out on stage for some fun.